David has released a new song about Celeste and then immediately deleted it, and Celeste's family is starting to act suspicious, especially her cousins. So let's get into it. David must be getting bored because he released a song and then immediately deleted it. And this song, like a lot of David's songs, seems like it may have been written about Celeste. So a bunch of people got a notification from BandLab because David had uploaded a song onto there. I didn't know what BandLab was, but it seems like it's kind of like maybe like a SoundCloud, but on crack. Like there's a lot of different options. You can go and collaborate with people on there. And it's a way to release music without doing it through Spotify or Apple Music or dealing with record labels. If you were to go and access that link right now, you would get an error message or a private message because, like I said, he immediately deleted it. Then why upload it? I feel like David really thinks that he's this mysterious character and he's getting off seeing all this discourse online about him. So he decided to add a little fuel to the fire. Now we have a snippet of this song. Let's go ahead and listen to it together.
Do I miss you? I can't decide if I have issues or I'm alright. If you love me, then please don't lie, baby. You're supposed to be mine. If something changed, can I at least know why?
So the song is titled Rush, and I believe that this song may have been part of his deluxe album that he was supposed to release. In the lyrics, he sings, "I thought we were taking it slow, but you don't wanna wait. Don't wanna wait on me. I just need you to know, no. There is so many things that I need." So he's talking about a relationship where it seems like they're not really getting along. He wanted to take it slow, which kind of like is reflective of his relationship with Celeste. He wanted to wait until she was legal. This gets cryptic. Say you love me, then you say goodbye. Had a feeling you would leave my side. I still think about you day and night. The simple things that always made me cry. Do I miss you? I can't decide. If I have issues, then I'm all right. If you love me, then please don't lie. Baby, you're supposed to be mine. If something changed, at least can I know why? Because I don't ever want to waste your time. No, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to, never want to waste your time. Sounds like someone told him that their time was being wasted. He's holding on to that. Also interesting that he's asking, like, do I miss you? I can't decide. You get mad it didn't go your way, and you don't listen to a thing I say. The way I feel is written on my face, because you want somebody to take my place. You did, to take my place. You did, no. Thought we were taking it slow. So we get that chorus again, and he ends the song by singing over and over again, so many things that I need. What are these so many things that he needs? Like, what are the rules to be in a relationship with David? It kind of sounds like that's what he's setting up here.
Things that I need, so many things, so many things that I need.
Somebody said, bro thinks he's mysterious. What a loser. He really thinks that he's about to get away with this? Somebody added, I feel like he is. I mean, what's the holdup? And somebody else said, it takes time to build a case against someone, but how much time? Like years? Is it going to be 2026? Making more sad boy songs while facing murder charges shouldn't be allowed. People should hold these platforms accountable for allowing such manipulative pieces of crap to exist on their platform. Some sad girl's going to hear these cringe basic beats and songs, and through manipulation gets hooked to his music. Somebody said that this song Rush has to be a song that he made before her death. He's still singing like she broke his heart. He always makes her look bad in his new songs, especially these ones where he talks about her replacing him. Anyone else get the idea of him using that to cope with what has happened, whether she died accidentally or not? I feel like he would rather accept that she broke his heart than accept that she's gone, that they had some kind of falling out. I guess he's still kind of holding on to the thought of Celeste, which makes sense on why he tries to mimic her in his artwork. Somebody asked, has he ever written a song that wasn't about her or blaming her? You guys may remember that his album, his deluxe album, Withered, was scrapped because of this investigation scandal. This album is so cryptic to me because what do you mean that he titled it Withered Deluxe? The Manassas Out, which is about like plants dying and holding on to their dead parts. I mean, we all know what withered means, but marcescence is like that process of when like a living thing still has dead parts to it. And it kind of feels like Celeste was his dead parts. Or you could think about the dismemberment like claims and accusations. I just don't know what police are doing. I mean, Celeste was with him. There are so many different locations where you could see that these two were together out and about publicly. Him just casually dating a 14-year-old girl and hanging out with her, possibly 13 at some points, like when they went to a date to Bossa Nova Brazilian cuisine, or all the different moments where you could see that she was just casually living in one of his rental properties. And when I mean one, I mean, yeah, there's several. I mean, there's the huge house that was in the hills, but we're also going back in time because remember, our investigator friend, Steve, said that he believes Celeste could have died back in January. So David's lived in a few different places in this time frame. You guys remember our friend Steve, the investigator, he was hired by the homeowner of the Hollywood Hills home to uncover if Celeste was unalived there. Well, he posted something interesting about the family, Celeste's family, and I wanted to share it. The first time Celeste was reported missing was February 14th, 2024, the exact same day Josh Marshall took possession of the rental house. The last time she was reported missing was April 5th, 2024, but was she truly missing? On May 30th, 2024, Celeste attended her cousin's high school graduation. Her cousin's name is Esmeralda. In September, she was seen on a video fighting neighbors at the Lake Eleanor home. So at this point, she was considered a missing person, but was not missing because she was at her cousin's graduation. She was fighting the neighbors. Here is a photograph of Celeste at her cousin Esmeralda's graduation. And remember, there's that video where she was fighting with her neighbors. I'll insert a clip.
Right there. I'll tell you where that. See that door right there? Number 2, not on it. Yeah. Ain't no bloody black right here. What are you talking about? I said we're not black over here. Why are you calling us?
So I think Steve is trying to ask, how much did Celeste's family know? Because I believe that Celeste's family possibly allowed her to be a missing person, even though they knew she was with David, because they didn't want to get legally in trouble for not for not having their minor in school, because you have to, that's the law. So if they labeled her missing, then she can go be with David and everyone's happy. They don't have to take care of her and they don't have to worry about the police coming after them. He asked, why didn't any family members notify law enforcement that she was safe? Possibly because they were worried it would trigger a CPS investigation. From the start, someone close to the situation in Lake Eleanor told me after the last report, certain family members instructed concerned neighbors not to search for Celeste because she was staying with a family member near Los Angeles. Well, Celeste did, her mom did know that her boyfriend was named David, but I don't know if there's any family that lives near LA. Maybe that's an excuse. Kind of disturbing if the people who were supposed to protect Celeste allowed her to go and be in this relationship with this man who ultimately unalived her. I mean, that puts a lot of the blame on the parents. I mean, why did they knowingly allow her to go and live in LA? Esmeralda, Steve asks, I have a question for you. Did you attend an event with David and Celeste on April 21st, 2024? I'm also curious to why Celeste was attending your graduation, but was considered a runaway and not enrolled in school. Well, it looks like Steve just dropped a bomb. Because he just told us Esmeralda was probably at an event with David and Celeste, so she was fully aware of David, fully aware of the relationship, kind of consenting to it. How much did y'all know? Somebody said Esmeralda is still a kid at 18 years old. Leave her alone. Celeste's parents are responsible for her. But Steve pointed out, well, the GoFundMe that's got 24K, 24 mannequin in the air. $24,000 is a lot of money, and that's in her name, Esmeralda's name. So actually, Esmeralda, I can understand why there are questions for you, because you have made yourself the point person with this, especially when it's 24K, 24K. Sorry, every time I see a 24, anything is like a 6, 7, I'm like 24. Somebody said, I think the family did know, but they felt that there's nothing they could do but accept it, so she would come and see them rather than lose contact with her completely. And I understand. I mean, she's 13, 14. She probably wants to live with a pop star in Los Angeles if she could. It probably seems very, desirable from her perspective. But I mean, that's when discipline comes into the picture, honey. Because if I told my parents I was going to move to a big city and live with a pop star at an age, 12, 13, 14, They would have said hell no. Somebody said the most obvious answer to me is that the family filed the missing person report so the school and truancy officers wouldn't come looking for her after she had stopped attending for months at a time. Another cousin came into the picture. Her name is Shelly, and I don't know where this message came from, so I can't verify it, but she claims that they didn't say anything about David because they were scared that Celeste was going to disappear on them. And she did tell David her age. I guess at first she lied about her age, but then told the truth. She also claims that she had met David, and I told him that she was 13, 14, and he wasn't grossed out. He got even more excited. Such a perv. You know what? Since we're talking about Esmeralda, we're talking about Shelly. Let's go ahead and talk about Wendy. Celeste has a lot of cousins, and they're all active. Actually, this one, Wendy Rodriguez, shared on social media, be careful with who you talk to on the internet, guys. Don't make the same mistakes my cousin made. You don't know who you're talking to on the other side of the glass, which is interesting because this was sent out in February 2024, way before we had any, inclination that there was something wrong here. So what did Wendy know about Celeste's toxic relationship with David as early as February 2024? And the article says, stalker tries to steal our little sister. Here's another post that Wendy had made where you could see that she does have a connection to Celeste. She posted this on her personal platforms. I actually saw this video on Wendy's page as well. This is a short where you can see there's Celeste. It makes me so sad seeing this poor little girl that she was put in this horrific situation. It's sickening. In September, it seems like Wendy knew right away that this was Celeste because she wrote, "You won't silence us any longer. If any of Celeste's family want to come and speak on my channel," and this goes for Steve the investigator as well, "I am happy to speak to any of them. I'd love to welcome them on the show." Now, Steve has been active on Twitter. He got into a little feud with TMZ, and I don't want to go through that necessarily, but I do want to mention that he shared some body cam footage. Remember, back in late July, the police visited David's home. Not very late, but it was the 20th of July, because remember, it was like the 29th when the Tesla was abandoned. But prior to that, police had arrived to the house, and he shared a little snippet of body cam footage. So I wanted to share that just for the record. He said that all the girls outside were the reason why they got the disturbance call in the first place. But I think a lot of you guys are wondering the same question as I am. What is happening here? Why hasn't David been arrested yet? Is there something so much bigger? Is Celeste's family somehow getting in trouble? Are they also investigating them in some type of compliance in this? I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. I can't believe I don't think they would go after Celeste's family, but and I don't even think they're going to go after David for having a relationship with a minor, which is something they could easily pursue. They're going to go for that homicide.
It's interesting because we're more than a month after a 15-year-old girl was found dead in the trunk of that Tesla.
I'm not surprised, but I think that the general public is probably like, what is going on here? Why aren't you moving forward? And to them, I would just say that it takes a lot to be able to get proof beyond a reasonable doubt for a conviction. And a district attorney's office is going to wait until police officers, detectives have conducted a full and final investigation so that they've collected enough evidence so that they have a rock hard, solid case. So I'm not necessarily surprised that they're not ready to, go forward, indict, prosecute. I think they really, especially on a media focused type of case, they really want to make sure that all the ducks are in a row and they have enough proof.
Now, the last thing I want to mention is that David was not seen in October. Where is he? Somebody said that he might be in Houston in Texas because he's staying there with his family, but why would the LAPD allow him to leave the state of California if this is where the crime went down? Somebody said, what is he doing all day? It must be a nightmare. Somebody else said that he's been spending a lot of time on Fortnite, then the rest of the time he's been on social media, assuming that he's watching all the Reddit posts, Discords, and Instagrams. It's probably a living nightmare for him. Well, you know what, David? I hope it is. And probably the rest of your life will be this living nightmare because you put this young girl in that situation, which is all on you. But I want to hear what you guys think of this update in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Will there be an arrest soon? I don't know. I mean, I would hope so. And my Let's Get Into a podcast released today. So go and watch that. I am all dressed up in it, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.